We're halfway through 2025 and people are already talking about those games that should be nominated to the Game of the Year category in the Game Awards, maybe some other Game Award shows, and the ones that are more likely to actually win this year. So first of all, what actually affect the decision to actually choose one game over the other? So there are different things, but in general, you're going to see there are some things in common, like critical consensus. I mean, high aggregated scores on platforms like Metacritic and OpenCritic are kind of paramount sometimes. They reflect what people like about the game and what, of course, the media love it. It's having kind of a strong indicator of widespread positive professional reviews. There's also the community engagement and buzz, innovation and industry impact, narrative and artistic merit. Now, of course, GTA 6 is out of the picture, postponed to delay to May 26, 2026. And I think Expedition 33, the one that you actually see here, clear obscure Expedition 33, is probably one of the strongest candidates to win. It's a visually stunning debut title, which is widely praised as the breakout RPG of the year. Masterfully blends painterly art direction with an innovative mix of real-time and turn-based combat, delivering a deeply emotional and compelling story about resisting fate. A crucial aspect of the appeal is that it fills a demand that has gone mostly unfilled by major AAA publishers, offering a traditional JRPG experience complete with beautiful graphics and stylic spectacle. And the game's ability to tap into the latent desire for a specific genre experience, combined with its exceptional quality and innovative combat and stunning visuals, has allowed it to resonate deeply with both critics and large segment of the gaming community. I think it's a good game that effectively addresses a perceived market gap. Now, also Clear Obscure Expedition 33 is the highest rated game this year on OpenCritic, with a remarkable 97% recommendation rate. On Metacritic, it boasts an impressive 93 score. And I also think that it actually answered something like a trend where players are actively seeking well-executed games in genres or styles that mainstream AAA studios might be overlooking or deprioritizing, and it definitely in many cases also disappointing. And this exactly creates kind of a fertile ground for smaller or debut studio to achieve major critical and awards recognition by focusing on niche but passionate audiences and delivering exceptional quality, effectively challenging the traditional dominance of established franchises. But aside from that, there are so many other games like Split Fiction, for example, from the creators of the past Game of the Year winner, known for unique co-op storytelling and inventive design. It achieved rare perfect scores and widespread acclaim for clever dual character mechanics. I also think that Blueprints, which I played by the way, also might enter the Game of the Year, to be a nominee in the Game of the Year. This is a highly rated game, kind of very undeniable indie gem. It captivates with its unique style and innovative, continuously unfolding puzzle roguelite gameplay. Some people probably will agree with me that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 also should be there for sure, and I say kind of people think that it will win over Clear Obscure Expedition 33, at least when it comes to those two. I actually disagree, but we'll need to wait and see. Again, this is a significantly larger, more in-depth and historically accurate historical RPG. It appeals to fans of immersive sim-style RPGs with expansive quests and meaningful choices, garnering strong community support. We might see Monster Hunter Wilds, which refines the popular Hunter gameplay, making it accessible while retaining depth. It has high critical scores and community embrace for new zones and adaptive ecosystem. I personally and eventually decided not to play it, but well, I can't deny that part of the time that I did play it, it was actually fun. Elden Ring Night Rain, I don't think it will be nominated in the Game of the Year. Probably again, multiplayer for sure. You see here, by the way, on the screen that introduced new co-op mechanics and vast areas to a critically acclaimed game, Elden Ring, of course. I personally find it a kind of very problematic game, forced to include in even Game of the Year. Well, there are some categories that it might for sure be included, but I'm not sure also it's going to win there. But yeah, need to wait and see. For some reason, it's not impressed me as one that is capable of winning other categories. Best role-playing game, maybe some other potential categories like best art direction, which I don't think so, but yeah. Best score in music. Death Stranding 2 on the beach probably can be one of the biggest surprises in 2025. I personally didn't connect with the first one. I gave it a try. Trust me, just wasn't for me. I don't fight to enjoy games. I give game time, for sure. Some games I actually start enjoying a bit later into the game. I just couldn't connect with it. But this is again Hideo Kojima's highly anticipated sequel, aiming to elevate narrative and emotional depth. And again, it gonna get universal praise from extensive early media previews, positioning it as a top contender. Another one is Ghost of GOTY. I hope I pronounced it right. It's going to be released on October 2nd, 2025. This is the spiritual successor to Ghost of Tsushima, exploring new lands and mythology. It's expected to be a kind of smash hit, considering the success of the previous one, and Sony's biggest title of the year with refined swordplay. Now, they might see some even remakes getting into the category, like we've seen in 2019 with Resident Evil 2 and in 2020 for Final Fantasy VII Remake, and in 2023 Resident Evil 4, and in 2024 Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as well, that was nominated for Game of the Year. I mean, you can see it here. This is on Wikipedia. It was actually nominated in Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Art Direction, Best Narrative, Best Score in Music. So quite a few categories. Also for Best Role-Playing Game. So we can definitely expect also other remakes to appear in Game of the Year this year. But there's one that actually many people expected to be there, and this is the Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. This is the full ground-up remake of beloved stealth classic with significantly updated graphics. It reignited widespread interest in the legendary saga, highly anticipated for its faithful recreation. Oh, by the way, and what about Nintendo Switch 2 games? Well, some say Mario Kart World would be nominated, but whether it's going to win, if it will be nominated, I don't think so. I mean, this is probably, again, Nintendo Switch, this is a launch game for Nintendo Switch 2, and shows strong community interest, as expected, and ranking 5 in IGN's community poll. While some sources express doubt about its overall Game of the Year potential, its high community engagement indicates it could be a significant contender, especially within its genre. So I think it will be nominated. I'm not sure it's going to be in the Game of the Year category, but who knows? Now, another game, no, I haven't forgot it. Hollow Knight Silksong. This is again highly anticipated title. It's coming to the Switch 2, also going to be, by the way, on Game Pass. And this might be really a major breakout hit upon launch. And if things go well, most probably it will be included, and it has a potential to win. But we need to wait and see. From what I've seen, the kind of games that are for the Game Awards, I think the eligibility cutoff, I think dates is around mid-November. For example, like for the Game Awards 2024, games that to be available for public consumption on or before Friday, November 22nd, 2024, if I'm not mistaken. And the jury's ballots are usually due even earlier, sometimes by mid-November. This means that any highly anticipated game released maybe in late November or December 2025 will likely not be included in the Game Awards 2025 nominations. Instead, they would be eligible for the Game Awards 2026. So what I'm saying that some of these games that I mentioned here that are going to be released later on this year probably won't be included, might be included in the next year. And some games, by the way, developers are kind of factor this in, also publishers, when planning release dates, as the late year launch can mean missing out on the year's awards buzz. Even if the game is fantastic, jury members often don't have enough time to play and fully evaluate the games released very close to the nomination deadline. So this is also something that we need to take into account. So which are the games that you think are most likely to win or even included, and the game that you think that will win the Game of the Year in the Game Awards in 2025? I personally give it to Clair Obscur Expedition 33, unless it's going to be some really great surprise that they're going to top what the Clair Obscur Expedition 33 achieved. Unlikely, to be honest, but we can only have some surprises. I vote for Clair Obscur Expedition 33 because I really think the developers, what they've done here, they really deserve this recognition. Thanks for watching.